Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMatches.com with match number 4 with the Cryptolith Rite Fabricates good stuff deck. Doing quite well today. This is another very keepable hand. It's awkward with the no 1-drop or 2-drop or 3-drop besides Nissa, so we could just get run over by a fast aggro hand. But we do have the Cryptolith Rite that's going to come out on turn number 2 and a Nissa that can come out on turn number 3. So the curve is fine. We have high impact cards as far as the Master and the Voldaren Pariah. So if it is a mid-range deck, this should be okay. Lumbering Falls. Haven't seen that card in quite a while since Sylvan Advocates lost a lot of its luster. So now we have lands for basically everything. We have the Cryptolith Rite. Nissa will come out next turn. See if there's like a negate. Oh no, it's the Aetherworks Marvel deck, my dreaded matchup. So hopefully... Oh, that was a good draw with the Weaponcraft Enthusiast, because we want servos. And now we can get the Voldaren Pariah to protect us against Ulamog and Emrakul. So we have that going for us. But I'm pretty sure Aetherworks Marvel is going to come out next turn. He needed an Attune, though. No Attune the Aether is not going to be a turn 4. Is that going to be enough? I highly doubt it. So we don't have to go Pariah here, though. So we can go Westvale Abbey. And we'll actually go Marionette Master. No. No, yes. Because we can go like a 1-turn kill here. So Master, we'll go the servos. And swing it for 1. I think we actually do have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 19 damage exactly next turn. So we're good. Attune's not going to do it. He is going to be a turn behind. Unless he has a Radiant Flames, then I'm going to cry. Kozilek's Return. It does not kill the Marionette Master. Alright, we were close. The Marvel could be very problematic. We'll go Westvale Abbey again. And then I think that we just go Nissa and Catacomb Sifter. So unfortunately Ulamog or Emrakul is most likely going to come out. But this does allow us for Nissa. And Ulamog actually isn't that efficient because we'll have the Voldaren Pariah after that. He'll probably kill Cryptolith Rite and Ulamog. And he still has a hit off of this stupid thing. So see if he hits. They can just miss off 6. Emrakul is actually incredibly weak here. But that Kozilek's Return, that Attune of the Aether off the top, because he would have used it first or second turn, I would assume. Maybe not. Maybe because it went Lumbering Falls, Forest, Glasswork Puzzle. Yeah, he would have used it. And he misses. Awesome. So the Puzzle Knot does get him back up to a 17 and the energy. But this is going to be very, very tough for our opponent. Yeah, it's definitely going to be +1/+1 counters. So I think that we will go Pariah. Other than that, it gives the Kozilek's Return some play. What is the right line of play here? I want like a Zulaport Cutthroat. Just go Westvale Abbey token and then +1 rather than Pariah. Because he's going to be hitting again next turn with Kozilek's Return. So maybe just up Nissa is the right line of play. Rather than... Yeah, I think that's actually going to be the right play. So we're just going to sit tight and then attack in for 4. Because we'll have 1... Yep. Take him down to a 13. So he's going to crack a Puzzle Knot. Deck is just so efficient. You have to be playing control right now to take care of this dumb Marvel. We do have a sideboard for it, though, which will come in. So he's going to actually wait till my turn to crack because he wants to use Kozilek's in response to the Westvale Abbey. So we're not even going to touch it because we want to be able to respond with Westvale Abbey. Yeah, we're not even going to do anything there. Now, this is an interesting card. We'll have to keep back another. So he's going to try the Puzzle Knot. And see if Marvel hits. Should hit at this point. He's scryed, so it should be on top. There's the Emrakul, which actually is the weaker of the cards. Because we'll have a plant token, a Night Market Lookout. So do we want to just keep back for a Westvale Abbey? Keep the mana here for Westvale Abbey. So you can make him sack it. So we'll get some scries. Definitely want that on the bottom. I just want him to hit a land on my turn. Do you want a Copter on top? I don't think the Copter matters. Quagmire is fine. So he gets to take my turn. And Cutthroat comes in. We get to make a token. Opponent, awesome, yeah. So you can't use the Pariah against me. So we'll create a token. And I think even just cast the Night Market Lookout might as well. And then pass turn, which is... Oh, he gets a turn off of this nonsense, too. Yeah, the Emrakul instant speed is busted. And then he gets to take my turn and take my turn. So he gets to kill the Nissa. Or would he rather go for... So ridiculous. So he's going to have enough for another Aetherworks Marvel activation. Oh, we need duress in the format really bad to pick apart some of these 1 and 2 drop non-creature spells. So you can't crack his Puzzle Knot now, though, with the vessel. So I'm okay with that play. Should have attacked into Nissa. I don't know why he didn't attack, because he wants to make me lose something. He wants me to make me lose a Zulaport Cutthroat. So we know we're going to draw a Hissing Quagmire. So I didn't want a card that would actually affect me. And so he can actually crack the... he can put out a Nissa token and then crack a Westvale Abbey. But that doesn't seem to be the greatest play, other than he has like Ulamog that he can hit now with the Aetherworks Marvel. So that's probably is the best play, is to... So I probably shouldn't have played that Zulaport Cutthroat, but he could have played it and cracked it anyway. What he wants to do here is actually play the Voldaren Pariah. Nope, he can't do that. I was going to say play the Voldaren Pariah and then sack it to Westvale Abbey. But this game isn't necessarily over because of him not hitting Ulamog. He needs to hit Ulamog off of his next Aetherworks Marvel. All right, that was the worst. I think that was the most inferior move here out of all of it. So now we have access to the Pariah. And I'm sure he'll just pass the turn here. Might tap. Yeah, there's no point to tapping anything down. I get an extra turn here. Let's cross our fingers for duress next set. And he puts +1 counter on everything. That's fine. No biggie. We get another Night Market Lookout, which does give us some padding. Because I could actually attack in, and then he has to find another card, which might actually be the right play. So we'll Hissing Quagmire, Night Market Lookout, and then tap, and tap for... Actually, we don't need to tap. What does more damage? Having another creature back probably does more damage. So black, 1/1, and then tap the plant token? No. The cleric is yeah, the plant is weaker. Doesn't matter. So we'll Pariah. We'll create a plant. And then we'll sack these 3. And then swing in. I think that's better than going for like another Ulamog, like trying to chance an Ulamog. I need to get in there for some damage here. So we're going to crack the Voldaren Pariah. Get rid of the Emrakul right now. And swing in with the Night Market Lookout. I think that works out better. Again, I could have waited for Ulamog. But Ulamog puts him in a weird position. Emrakul is still okay-ish. The instant speed is so ridiculous, though, on the Aetherworks Marvel with Emrakul. Hopefully it doesn't need a Kozilek's Return here. Nothing. So there's the Puzzle Knot, so it does give him the activation, which I'm sure he'll do on my turn. Okay, I'm glad he does it now. Ulamog is quite weak at this point. It kills like a Cryptolith Rite. No, it kills the Nissa. What is he? Oh, he hit a Kozilek's Return. You can actually just cast that. Ugh, so gross. So Blooming Marsh comes into play tapped. I think that we just activate a Hissing Quagmire. Put a counter. Now the Pariah is out of range for a Kozilek's Return flashback. He has land, artifact. Well, it's another puzzle knot. So now he needs Ulamog. We're going to cast Marionette Master. Because this forces back a Kozilek's Return. Servos is still better. And he lets it hit. Awesome. So he needs an Ulamog and he has to kill the Marionette Master. He's got another activation next turn with even another. And he misses. Because it's Kozilek. Wow, we get incredibly lucky with that match. I don't even want to bring an Appetite. It's just, it kills the Aetherworks Marvel, but I don't think it's worth it. We'll bring in Lost Legacy. Voldaren Prize are good here. Marionette Masters are good. Everything that gets us towards, I think even Smuggler's Copter is fine. It might be too slow, and we want to go more of the tokens. Like, this would be the one time we take it out, but I think it's just like Loam Dryad and Night Market Lookouts that come out, and maybe like even a Cryptolith Rite. We have to play more of the control route. Now, it's got to be some amount of Copters because we still need to have like a few earlier drops. I think even Nissa is kind of weaker here, and I'm going to put in like a 1 of Loam Dryad, just kind of spread out the curve a little more, because we do want some 1-drops. That gives us 3 1-drops. We do want Cryptolith Rites, but it probably is just going to be just a 2 of in this match, because we don't really rely on ramping. In fact, I'm just going to leave 1 Cryptolith Rite in, and just go with the 2 Loam Dryads, and this helps us. If we draw the Cryptolith Rite, nice. If we don't, I don't think we need to rely on it. Maybe I'm thinking that wrong with the Marionette Masters and the Voldaren Prize being the weakest link here. Yeah, I don't know. This is a keepable hand. It doesn't really have much action, but it's fast, has the Zulaport Cutthroat, and the Weaponcraft Enthusiast and the Marionette. So I think that we'll go Blooming Marsh and the Night Market Lookout. Yeah, and then the second turn we'll have either Zulaport Cutthroat or the Hissing Quagmire to play tapped, depending on. So does he have he has a Vessel, not a Tune. The first turn of Tune, of course, is the strongest play for the turn 4. So see what comes out of the Voice. This is actually a really good hand. So we'll go Night Market Lookout. And most likely Hissing Quagmire unless we get an untapped land. Yeah, Hissing Quagmire it is. Just because I want to guarantee my 3-drop. And then we'll probably Voice of Zendikar next turn. Cathartic Reunion finds an Ulamog. That's always nice. And he still doesn't have any energy, so we are in great shape. Blooming Marsh can come out here for the... Do I want to go Kozilek's Return? I still think the right play is just to go Nissa here and put out a plant. Because it gives us more action with the double Zulaport Cutthroat that I probably want to put out next turn. Because we can go Nissa and then double Zulaport. He does have Kozilek's Return that is instant speed, but it's going to force him to fire it off. So let's see if he goes Crack the Vessel here. Glassblower. All right, so there's this 2 energy. He has to scry 2. and misses the land drop. So good news. Good news. Yeah, that's a probably a better play here. Is just transgress him. Let's get a Aetherworks out of the way. He's got Kozilek's Return, but of course the Marvel. Just getting rid of the Marvel is the right play. Put out another plant and a Zulaport Cutthroat. That gives us some life if he decides to use the Kozilek's Return. Yeah, he's gonna have to use Kozilek's Return. And that does 4 life to him, so he's down to a 10. We have Westvale Abbey, which allows us to go Zulaport Cutthroat and the Weaponcraft Enthusiast with servos. And this should force out his other Kozilek's Return. I don't think he has another option here. Well, he's greedy. He's looking for a land. And it's going to force him to go with the land here. And then Kozilek's Return for 2. So he's down to a 5, which makes it very lethal if we draw into a land. Now, he could just get like a Hail Mary Ulamog, but that did get the land, which gets the Marionette Master, and we want the servos, and then a +1/+1 counter. And that way, if he kills the Marionette or the servos, he just dies. I don't think there's anything he can respond here. So we just put out a plant token. Oh, it doesn't die here. We still put out response. Another Kozilek's Return. I think plant. Does he have another? That takes it. No. Another Kozilek's Return, he still dies. He goes down to 6. So we just go put a +1 as a counter on everything. Because now he goes Woodweaver's Puzzle. Harness Lightning. That does work. But he still dies. Because I don't think there is anything that can come back. Should have activated that beforehand, I guess. Alrighty! Not bad. A 3-1 finish. Beat 2 of the tough matchups, too. So, yeah. The Metalwork Colossus and the Aetherworks Marvel. So it is possible. We did get very lucky with some of those games. Being able to, our opponent missing quite a bit. And just getting the jump on them. But I really like this version better than last week's version with the Copters and Nissa. I think it just throws it all together. Insanely powerful deck. The Vehicles deck was, I think, just that was their god draw. That was the draw. The first turn Dwarf into the second turn Chopper. All 3 games, and 2 of them into into the Scryer, then into weapons or into the Dwarf. Geez, I can't think of names right now. The Dwarf Anthem guy, because Vehicles and Dwarfs +1/+1. You can't get better than that draw, especially if you're a deck that doesn't run a lot of removal. So without that little blip, which was still a 2-1 finish, I think the deck performed phenomenally well. Like to know your comments, especially for the sideboard. If you can think of a card that would go great in this deck for the sideboard, I think that's where we have the most options to run. So the Marionette Master, I still don't know if it is the cut down to 3 and put another Loam Dryad. But that last match, those Marionette Masters were just insanely good. They put your opponent in some very awkward positions. But I think I have my deck that I want to be running for a while in this season. So I'll probably be playing some more matchups of this over at my personal channel, Rogue Deck Builder. So YouTube/Rogue Deck Builder. And maybe we can even get this deck updated a little more. Even thought about running the Sky Sovereign, other than it's a little bit difficult to crew. It doesn't crew off of either the Weaponcraft Enthusiast or 2 of your 1-drops. So the only thing it crews well with is just the Catacomb Sifter. So Of course, you can crew a chopper into crewing the Skyship, but that's usually not the best route to go. So yeah, let me know what you think about this deck in the comment section below. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.